weekend type of video. I'm actually going to be showing you guys what is in my freelance kit. Wanted to kind of just already put in what I would bring, as well as talk to how I provide services and what equipment I bring with me when I go ahead and provide. The first thing before anything, I always tell people that it's best to have a contract as well as a consultation, setting your prices right. Lastly, also make sure you kind of have a deposit from the client, just so that you kind of save yourself just in the situation that something may occur or may happen. So when it comes to having a contract, you basically are putting in the fine lines that you have between yourself and the client. You want to make sure that the time, the dates, the location, the pricing, and the liability, you want to make sure everything is correct, and you want to make sure that you as the artist or as the person providing service have a safe haven, so that in the situation something again does go wrong, you can show that you and the client created a contract together and you both sign. Next is also to have a consultation. So even before you go on and provide this actual service, providing a pre-service to your service is actually really important, so that you and your client are on the same page, asking the right questions, asking what they want, what their skin is, if they're going to be AC, if they're going to be inside, if there's flash photography, if they're oily, if they're dry, all the skincare that they use, the dress they're wearing. All those questions are very important, especially when I do it even at my job. I always ask, what are you wearing? Where are you going? What's your skin type? Is your hair up? Is your hair down? Do you like to wear a lot of makeup? Do you not like to wear a lot of makeup? So it's always asking the right questions so that your client leaves your chair being satisfied and happy. Lastly, I want to touch on getting a deposit. I personally ask for 50% of my service fee in a deposit, because I want to make sure I save myself. And when I say save myself, if I'm going to take the time out of my day from my job or school, or even just a day off, if I have to request off from my job for you, I want to make sure that somehow I'm getting some kind of payment if the whole service doesn't follow through. So if you decide to cancel, at least I know I'll be safe with, if I took off of work for this day and you cancel, at least I know that I have your deposit, knowing that you paid me basically. I went out of my way to request off for you, and then you cancel for whatever reason. Things happen, things change, it's fine, I understand, but it's just common courtesy. And you don't want to cancel on a person, especially a person giving you service, if it's hair or if it's makeup, because they open up their schedule for you. So I always tell clients to be mindful of that, and that's the reason why I ask for a deposit. So now, moving on to the equipment I bring with me before I move into the actual kits. I feel like this is also important for the comfortability of your client. You want to make sure your client is safe, is satisfied, and is comfortable. I feel like that's a lot of things. Especially for you too, you want to make sure you're comfortable as an artist. So for me, I'm pretty tall, and I told myself if I'm going to start doing freelancing, I want to invest in a makeup chair. And the makeup chair that I invested in is from the brand Earth Productions, and I bought it off of Amazon. This was actually a Christmas gift from my boyfriend to me, and he knows how passionate I am about going out and doing makeup for other people. I just love the satisfaction and happiness that people get after they leave my chair. Like, they feel beautiful and they feel confident, and that's the satisfaction I love getting from clients. When I invested in a chair, it made work so much more easier. I was able to bang out 7 girls for a wedding and not feel any pain, especially in my back. If you are doing makeup, especially constant makeup on brides and bridesmaids or graduations and proms, and you're bending over because the chair is so low, you basically are hurting yourself as the artist, and you want to make sure you compensate for that. This chair is actually $112. When I bought it, it was free shipping, but you have to give or take see what is offered, because now it's telling me it won't ship to Hawaii. This chair is called the Earth Executive VIP Tall Director's Chair. This chair is solid aluminum, and it has an aluminum frame, and this holds up to 375 pounds. And the reason why I wanted, again, a more sturdy chair is because I wanted my clients to feel comfortable. I wanted my clients to feel at ease, that they didn't feel like wobbly on a chair. I also wanted to make sure that as a plus size girl, if I don't feel comfortable in a chair, what makes the next person who is like me, who is a little bit bigger than me, who is smaller than me even, feel comfortable as well? So I wanted to make sure this chair catered to everybody, and the true test was if I don't fit in it, and if my sister doesn't fit in it, and if my mom doesn't fit in it, I don't like it. I don't want it. I want to make sure that I can cater to everybody. It measures 21 by 44 by 20 inches as the seat. The seat is that much, so it is pretty wide, so you have wiggle room. I've had girls sit cross-legged in my chair, and it was totally fine because they were comfortable. One thing I like about this chair is that it's foldable and easy to carry, so it makes traveling so much more easier. When I did weddings, when I did proms, it was easy for me to carry this chair because it was held by 2 straps. It did also come with a bag, and with that being said, the chair is only 16 pounds when you fold it. So with that, I really enjoy my chair. I feel like it was a great investment, especially for not only my clients but for myself. I can stand on my feet and not have to bend over so much. Of course, I will accommodate any client that I can, so I really do like my chair. So the next type of equipment I want to talk about is my ring light. And I bring my ring light with me whenever I know that I'm not gonna have the best lighting. So when I do weddings or when I do proms, I want to make sure that if I'm going to a hotel, that there is natural sunlight. And if there isn't natural sunlight, I'll ask the client, do you want me to bring my ring light? And I don't want to automatically assume and bring. I always want to make sure I ask the right questions again, because it's extra weight. I mean, the chair is already an excessive thing, but if I bring the ring light as well, it's gonna be very excessive and very bulky. So I always tell clients, I always ask that question, is there going to be natural sunlight? Or if we were doing a really early bird wedding, then I will go ahead and bring the ring light for the service. The one I have is from Amazon, and this is from the brand Newer, and this basically is the 18 inches in diameter, and it's a dimmable one, and it comes with like the white light and then the amber setting and then the more toned down one. I just keep it on the white one because I feel like that gives me the best lighting for myself when I do makeup in front of the ring light, as well as for my client. This set that I bought off Amazon came with the attachment leg and as well as the ring light, so that was $145. If you are planning on doing YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff, I suggest you get the one with the camera adapter so that it holds. But for me personally, I like to put my tripod in front of my ring light because I feel like the ring light just gives off so much light, so I like to put the camera in front of the ring light. There are different ring lights you can choose from. I personally am fine with this one. I didn't feel the need to spend almost $300 for a ring light, and if it does the same, I mean, if it breaks, there's warranty and all that kind of stuff. So again, ask your clients the right questions so that when you go ahead and do the service, that they are satisfied. So last piece of thing that I bring before I go into the actual makeup, I invested in a black towel. So when I go to my gigs, I like to lay down the black towel, and I actually learned this from I Love Sarai, and she likes to put down a black towel when she does makeup so that it makes cleanup a little bit easier. And if you use like a colored towel, you'll see all your makeup stains and all the spill stains and all that kind of stuff. So at least with the black, you won't see anything, and it's easier for me to just buy this and chuck it in the laundry versus having to continuously buy paper towel for laying out on my surface. And I bought this at Target for like I think $12. Alright, so moving on to the fun part. Before I went on with this travel makeup bag, I actually had a actual train case, and that thing was so heavy, it was so bulky, it was sore when it hit you. So I actually got the MAC travel case from a friend who was selling it, and I decided to jump on it because I feel like as a makeup artist, I don't want to say I'm amateur makeup artist, but someone who's starting off as a freelancer, I didn't want to invest in a Zuka because I feel like I don't have enough makeup, or I don't need all that space if I'm not constantly doing it. I know for people who do weddings and freelance all the time or do makeup every single day, a Zuka is a better investment. For me, I felt like the MAC travel case was perfect for me. This travel case retails for $175. Because I bought it from someone else, I bought it for a discounted price, and I'm not gonna say how much I bought it for because it was a really good deal and I don't want to discourage anybody from not buying. It is a really great makeup bag, and it's really nice and sturdy, and it fits a lot of stuff. All right, so this is the makeup bag with everything inside. On the outside pocket, I usually would have a mirror, but I was using this for filming. So this is a cheap $1.99 mirror that I got at the Asian store, and this kind of just helps for when I let the client see themselves. And on the other side of the thing, I have little plastic bags in here for, again, collecting trash when I freelance. I like this because it does have really big handles, and if I just tilt it this way, you can see the handles. They're pretty large, and then also comes with a longer strap if you feel like you want to carry this on your shoulder or crossbody instead of holding it by these handles. So this comes with the zippers like this, and you pull it down and then you open it up, and this is what everything looks like inside. So the first thing is my brush set. Again, this varies depending on my client. If I'm doing multiple clients, I'll bring a different brush set, but because I'm only doing one, these are the brushes that I'll be bringing to my makeup gig tomorrow. And there's a lot of Sephora and MAC, and then there's also more affordable brushes in there. This is a Sephora brush roll. So we're gonna start on this side, and this is more so the sanitary purposes. Again, you want to make sure that you have the right sanitary purposes, especially for when you do freelancing. So in here I have a brush cleaner. I also have a spray bottle with alcohol in here, so this is to sanitize products, and I like to sanitize products before I start so that clients can see that I'm actually cleaning everything. And I always clean the night before, but I always want to show them that I'm cleaning them. In here I also have a roll of cotton rounds because everybody makes mistakes, and I always like to prep my skin before I put any makeup on any client. So I have the basic ones from Target. I have a little Fisher tool supply thing, and I have disposables in here. So I have eyeliner, mascara, lip ones, lip gloss, and I also have Q-tips and then spatulas to scoop out any foundations. And I got this at Walmart, and this was super cheap. Everything else was bought on Amazon as well. And then I also carry a tissue paper roll. Next compartment I have here, this is my tissue paper, so facial tissues. This is hand sanitizer. And then I also carry hand wipes. I actually got this at a Korean bar. Works perfectly fine because I have so many, but it makes cleanup way more easier, especially if your hands get really dirty. Like right now, my hands have glitter on them. The next compartment has my makeup remover and tools. So in this little MAC bag, I have my lash applicator, scissors, lash glue, eyelash curler, and then my sharpener. Stuff is specifically for when I freelance. I also have makeup wipes, and this is the Clinique Pep Start. These are really nice because they don't have a lot of ingredients, like harsh ingredients in there, so I can go ahead and clean up anything I need to if I have to. I also have my Sephora waterproof makeup remover. You just shake it. It helps with taking off waterproof makeup. Moving on to the next side, this is the next compartment this thing comes with. So here I have basic foundations. So I have Cover FX, Lancome, Bobbi Brown, Tarte, and Becca. And the reason why I brought so many is because right now my foundation kit is not in my actual freelance kit. I let someone borrow it for her wedding gig, and I haven't had the chance to take it back from her. But it's totally fine because I like mixing foundations. I like to make sure that I get the right color but also get the right formula. So I brought different formulas for the day of, just in case something does happen. So this is just a netted part of the case. There are two zipper compartments. I have my highlighters here. So since I've been using the Maybelline one on myself, I haven't used these bad boys, so I put them in my kit because I feel like these will work for anybody. So I have Max Oh Darling, Makeup Forever's Pro Fusion, and this is in the number 2. This one is very similar to Oh Darling. And then I have a Wet n Wild one. This one is in Crown of My Canopy. So I like to go for more golds because the girl I'm doing, again, with her consultation, she is a little bit more tan, so golds will look better on her. And then in here I have a setting spray, and this is from Kat Von D, if I can get it out. This is from Kat Von D, it's her setting spray. So this one works out really well. In the next part of this divider, I have my palettes, and I had to pick and choose what palettes I wanted to bring. Again, with the consultation, I pick and choose. I have my foundation powder palette, and this is Marc Jacob, and this is the NARS one, and then a Lonely Blush, and then this is my everyday natural stuff. Of course, don't mind this is a little bit more of my fun colors, but it's a double-sided Z palette that Sephora carries, so I like this for my kit. I also am going to bring my Sephora blush palette. This thing is really great because it has so many blushes already. You don't need to bring a lot, especially when you freelance, so you can mix or just stick with these. I also really enjoy the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I like to do this for brides and graduations for people who are very, very simple. And I also brought the Sephora Pro palette. This is in the warm palette, again, because my girl I'm doing tomorrow is a little bit more on the tan side, so she wanted colors along the lines of these. Alright, so the last part are these velcroed little bags, and I like this because it's easy to detach and just lay them out on your surface. So this big one over here is my skin stuff, and I like to stick with stuff that I know won't react on certain skins, and Fresh is one of those brands that we have at Sephora, so I have a lot of their stuff, and I'm very grateful for the fact that we do get this in gratis. So I really do have, I have Fresh toner, moisturizer, I have 2 types of eye cream, I have a mattifying serum for oily people, and then I have my Sephora cleansing water just in case. This next one is a mixture of eye stuff and lip stuff, so I have lashes and then lip colors. Because my girl wanted a red lip, I also brought nudes just in case she changes her mind. So always, again, communication with your client. Next, this is my powders and beauty blender. So again, I'm only working with one client. I have one beauty blender, Laura Mercier translucent powder, Makeup Forever mattifying loose powder. This is just because she's oily. And then I have my Stellar powder, and then I have a primer in here. And this is the Hourglass primer, and I like this one because it is waterproof and she's graduating. So I wanted to make sure that in the situation where she does get sweaty, or it gets really hot, or she starts crying, her makeup's gonna stay. Lastly, this is concealers and eyebrow stuff. Personally, I tell clients, or I tell people, I'm perfectly fine with doing dip brow on people, so I take dip brow with me because it's easy to travel with. And then I have 2 mascaras. So I have Voluminous Carbon Black Waterproof is my favorite mascara for brides, graduations, just because I know they're gonna cry. But I'm gifting her with this one from Marc Jacobs. This one is we got in gratis, but I haven't used it, so I figured I'd give her that. Based on her look as well, we're doing something with more glitter, and I brought some glitters. I showed her, I sent her a picture again. Communication. I always want to make sure that the client is going to be happy with what I give them. I have concealers and eyeliner in there, so I want to make sure, based on her, with her consultation that we had, she's going to be satisfied with everything. Alright, and that is everything in my makeup kit for the graduation makeup that I'll be doing tomorrow. Again, I have all my hygiene stuff on one side, foundation and complexion, eyeshadow with complexion, some products there, my powder, brows and concealer, eyeliner, lashes and liquid lipsticks, and then skincare. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, check out the down bar first before you ask questions about where I bought stuff, because most of it will be in the description box. If you guys still have any questions, please go ahead and comment them down below. Keep in mind the makeup kit will change depending on the event service, if it's a bride, if it's graduation, if it's freaking rave makeup, it'll be different. Just letting you all know that. Keep in mind too, it is not cheap to be a freelance artist. You are paying out of pocket for so much stuff, so I am slowly trying to get into it. Most of the things that are in my kit is also from gratis from working at Sephora, which I am so grateful for, because honestly my kit would still be shit if I didn't have a lot of the stuff from gratis, but I did invest a lot as well, so keep in mind that. than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this long ass video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. As always, I love you all. Like this video. Have a good one. Stay beautiful because you're beautiful inside and out.